Hey everybody, Paul Landy here with the Moore Center for Physical Therapy and Fitness. Today we're going to review the functional movement screening. The functional movement screening consists of 7 different movement patterns. The first one is an overhead squat. The second movement is a hurdle step test. The third would be an inline lunge. Next, we're going to look at shoulder mobility, an active straight leg raise to check hamstring length, then a trunk stability push-up, and finally rotatory stability, checking rotational strength around the spine. Hey everybody, I'm Paul Landy with the Moore Center for Physical Therapy and Fitness. Now we've been using the functional movement screening since 2006. It's been a great tool to not only find all the strength and balance issues that a person may have that could be holding them back, it's really great at finding those little red flags that could be increasing your injury potential. Let's take a look at how some of the tests are analyzed. With the overhead squat, we want to see the client keep their feet and knees pointing straight ahead with their arms overhead and getting their squat depth down to the appropriate distance dictated by the test. You can see from the front that she had a little trouble keeping her feet pointing forward, but from the side you can see that she is able to get down to the appropriate squat depth. If we see any wavering at all, we'll have the client step up onto the board for a slight assistance, and that significantly cleaned up her movement pattern, which leads us to believe that she has a slight strength issue through her quads and her core and cannot balance herself well. She also may have a slight flexibility issue through her foot and ankle joint, which requires the board to help balance her out. With the hurdle step test, we're watching both the moving and standing leg. We're watching the moving leg to assess that it is tracking in a straight line position and has the flexibility to do so. We're watching the standing leg, looking for any strength or balance issues that may occur. With the inline lunge test, again, we're watching for balance, strength, and flexibility. We're keeping our eyes on the lower body, making sure that the knees track in a straight line, that the hips do not waver or twist, and that the person is able to maintain their balance. We're also watching the flexibility and mobility of their posture and their spine. We're making sure that they keep the bar against their head and their tailbone the entire time as they lower themselves down and touch the board with good balance. Shoulder mobility is dictated whether or not the client can get their arms within a hand's length of each other behind their back. We concern ourselves with how equal they are from side to side and if there is good muscular strength and stability around the shoulder blades. The straight leg raise test assesses hamstring and low back flexibility. While the client raises one leg, we assess whether they compensate by bending either knee or rotating through their hips. While definitely challenging upper body strength, we use the push-up test to challenge strength and control of the client's core. The rotatory stability test is a great way to check strength, flexibility, and mobility for the entire length of the spine. If the client performs well using opposite limbs, we give them the harder version of raising the same side limb while maintaining good strength, balance, and control going through the movement pattern. So this has been just a quick look into how we use the functional movement screening with our clientele. Most of our clients are coming off either an injury or have some other medical concern holding them back. We take the information from the screening, their health history, and a very candid conversation about what their short-term and long-term goals are for starting a fitness program. We use all these pieces together to truly build a framework for their success and begin the path of changing their life through fitness.
Nothing in this world I wouldn't do.